Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel. In this video series, we are learning the Java programming language with practical demonstration. In the previous video, we learned about try block without catch and finally block and interrupted exception practically. To learn that concept, please watch my previous video. Now, in this video, we will learn about throw and throws keyword with practical demonstration. This is the fifth video for the exception handling. So, let's get started. This is the program that we have discussed in the previous video. This was the 10th demonstration for the exception handling. Now, I am just giving you some introduction about the throw and throws keyword for in the Java. Say for example, there are two keywords throw and throws. Okay, so that throw keyword is used to generate an exception. If you want to generate an exception at that time, the throw keyword will be used. And as for the throws, it is used to convert your compile time exception into the runtime exception. So if you want to convert your compile time exception into the runtime, at that time the throws keyword will be used. So these both keyword is very important to understand. There are two type of exception, compile time and runtime, that we have discussed in the previous video. Now I am creating a class, say for example exception demo 12. This is the 12th program. I am giving you the demonstration. Now I am saving the file. Okay, exception demo 11.java. So that file is saved. Now I will write public static void main in that particular class, and I will copy this code and paste it over here. Okay, so now in the particular public static void main, in this code, what I have done, I have catch the exception, and that was the interrupted exception. Okay, this was the last program that we have done in the previous video. So you can watch that video also, right? So for now, what I am doing is I am using the same for loop and same thread.sleep code over here. So thread.sleep 1000 means it will pause your program for 1 second, and this is what we have written in the try block. And in the catch block, I have handled that exception in the catch block. Okay, and I have written public static void main over here. So this catch block will be executed when there will be any interrupted exception is generated. But for now, there are no any interrupted exception is generated. That's why we are getting the output properly. MCA-Java string 20 times for this program. So in this program now, in the demonstration, in the 11th practical, I am removing that catch statement over here. When your program is in running mode and the exception is occurred, at that time it is called runtime exception. I am removing that try block from here also. So there are no any try block in this code. As you can see, when I am compiling the code, it will generate a compile time exception. Say for example, I am compiling the file javac exception demo 11.java. When I will press the enter over here, it will generate a compile time exception. You can see over here the exception is occurred, and the name of the exception is interrupted exception. So in this program, in the line number 8, there is an exception named as interrupted exception, and it is a compile time exception. Why? Because when I am going to compile this code, Java is giving me an error. That is why it is called an compile time exception. Now this thread.sleep line, I want to convert this compile time exception into the runtime. So I will write throws over here. Throws interrupted exception. I will write throws interrupted exception after the main. So the statement is public static void main throws interrupted exception. It means that we have converted our compile time exception into runtime exception now. When we will compile this program, there will no any exception, there is no any error will generate at the compile time. Now we have converted that compile time exception into the runtime exception. So at the compile time, there will not be any error now. because we have converted that compile time into the runtime. And throws keyword is used to convert your compile time exception into the runtime exception. Please keep this point in your mind. So this loop will start from 0 and end to the 10. I am compiling again. Say for example, as you can see, there are no any compile time exception or compile time error occurred because we have converted that compile time exception into the runtime exception. And that was that name was the exception is interrupted exception. Now I am running the file java exception demo 11. So as you can see in the output, we are getting the output properly, right? The mca-java string is printed in the output for 10 times, and it is going to the sleep mode. When one statement is printed, then program will going into the sleep mode, and then next statement will be printed, and then your program will going into the sleep mode. So that is how this program is running, and then we are getting the output properly one by the pause of the 1 second. Okay, so these thread or sleep will use to move your process into the pause mode for 1 second. Okay, and then the program will execute the statements. So this is throws keyword. We have converted our compile time exception into the runtime exception. Okay, so this is what about the throws. Now I will give you the demonstration for the throw keyword. So throw keyword is used to generate an exception. If you want to generate an exception, at that time throw keyword will be used. Keep this point in your mind. It is not a custom exception. It is just used to generate an inbuilt exception available in the Java. So if you want to understand the how to generate custom exception, I will give you another demonstration. But for now, I am saving the file exception demo 12.java, and the class name is exception demo 12. So now what I am doing over here is I will generate an exception. Say for example, here I will need to remove these 4 statement over here, and I will write throw new. I need to generate an exception. Okay, so I will write the throw keyword, and then I have to write the new keyword over here, and then I will write the name of the exception. Say for example, arithmetic exception, and brackets and semicolon. So that bracket we have written the bracket means it will call the constructor for the class. Okay, so throw keyword will use to generate an exception when I am going to compile this code java c exception demo 12.java Java C over there, Java C, okay. Exception demo 12.java. When I'm going to compile the file, so when I'm going to compile the file, this program you can see, okay, cannot find symbol. Okay, there is a typing mistake over here, arithmetic exception. Okay, now it is okay. Now I'm compiling again. You can see compiled successfully. There are no any error in the compilation. Okay, so now I am going to run the file because we have throws that interrupted exception, and we are generating an arithmetic exception as per this program. So this program has two concepts also, throw keyword and throws keyword. Now I am running the file java exception demo 12. When I am going to press enter over here, it will generate an exception, and the exception name will be the arithmetic exception. Now I am going to press enter over here. As you can see over here, exception in thread main java.lang.arithmetic exception on line number 6. Okay, so line number 6 is generating an exception. So if you want to generate an exception, the throw keyword will be used. Here we are generating arithmetic exception. That is why we are getting in the output error as an arithmetic exception. You can write these statement in the try block also, and then you can handle the generated exception by the catch block. So this is also a possible way to generate an exception and catch an exception. You can handle that exception by the catch block. Now I am compiling again and running again. You can see now I have generated an interrupted exception. Okay, So now the error is exception in thread main java.lang.interrupted exception. So now I have generated interrupted exception, but that these both are inbuilt exception. Keep this point in your mind. These both are inbuilt exception available in the Java, right? You can define your custom exception also. I will give you that the demonstration for the custom exception in my next video. So that's all from my side in this video. I have given you total 5 videos on the exception handling only with total 12 program. I hope you have understand the exception handling in the Java very well. So in the next video, we will discuss about how to generate a custom exception, top level nested class and inner class. So stay tuned to my channel, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.